the modern Sahara, millions of square miles of hyper-arid sand baking under a relentless sun. It is defined by total water starvation. Imagine standing in that exact same spot. Instead of dunes, you are on the shore of a massive inland sea surrounded by lush grasslands. For decades, historians wrestled with a strange timeline. Ancient Egyptian civilization seemingly exploded out of nowhere, establishing a complex society along the Nile. The Nile River provided a final sanctuary, but the true catalyst for the pharaohs was the vast ecosystem that existed where the Sahara is today, and the brutal climate collapse that buried it. To see how a desert becomes a rainforest, we have to rewind about 12,000 years. Earth has a predictable wobble in its orbital path, the Milankovitch cycle. This caused the northern hemisphere to absorb more solar energy. This heat acted like a giant vacuum, pulling the intertropical convergence zone and African monsoon belt deep into northern Africa. This predictable mechanical planetary shift poured torrential rain across the dunes, converting the largest dry expanse on the planet into a sprawling, habitable garden. During what scientists call the African Humid Period, extreme rainfall hammered this region at rates of 55 to 80 millimeters per hour. That is 3 to 4 times higher than modern levels. That massive deluge pooled into colossal basins. Modern Lake Chad was once a body of water geologists refer to as Mega Chad, an inland sea spanning over 300,000 square kilometers, making it larger than today's Caspian Sea. While Mega Chad was the undisputed giant, physical evidence from sediment layers shows the rest of the Sahara held a dense, intricate web of interconnected smaller lakes and perennial wetlands. We map this vanished water system today using orbital radar satellites, like Pulsar and Sur-C, to send microwave pulses down from space. Microwave frequencies pass through meters of dry sand to bounce off the bedrock. The buried river systems illuminate, allowing geologists to trace immense watercourses like the Tamanrasset. Beneath the dunes lies a fossilized circulatory system, functioning as a continent-spanning highway for life. Along the banks of those paleo rivers, deep grass prairies and dense acacia woodlands took root, anchored by permanent seasonal flooding. The waterways supported unexpected aquatic megafauna. Massive populations of hippopotamuses and saltwater crocodiles patrolled regions that are entirely waterless today. You can still see the evidence. Across the deep desert, in areas that now receive less than 5 millimeters of rain a year, early humans carved their daily reality into the rock, depicting hunters interacting closely with savanna animals like giraffes. Paleontologists have excavated the matching physical remains, pulling fossilized crocodile bones straight out from under the deep desert sand. This was a permanent, thriving biological engine. For millennia, it supported highly developed human hunter-gatherer and pastoral communities in an environment that provided abundant resources. Then, roughly 5,500 years ago, the Earth's orbital lobble continued its cycle. The ITCZ shifted south, and the monsoon rains abruptly retreated. Hyperaridity swept back across the Saharan landscape at terrifying speed. Plant life died off in vast swaths, and the rich soils rapidly turned to loose, blowing sand. The expansive lake networks evaporated. Massive aquatic animals found themselves permanently stranded in isolated mud pools, dying out completely as the last moisture vanished. The collapse of the Green Sahara forced a brutal biological filtering event. Every human community living in the deep desert faced an immediate, non-negotiable ultimatum: migrate or perish. The populations caught in this drying trap were highly capable. Communities like those at the Nabta Playa Stone Circle had already developed complex astronomy, early ceramics, and cattle domestication. This map visualizes diverse communities following the dying riverbeds eastward, retreating until they hit the only reliable sanctuary left, the Nile Valley. Archaeologists call this the compression thesis. Thousands of years of distinct Saharan knowledge were suddenly forced into a single, dense geographic pressure cooker. When we examine early Egyptian foundations, the cultural DNA of the desert is clearly visible. Specific developments like cattle worship and solar iconography trace directly back to those migrating Saharan populations. The rapid return of the desert didn't destroy these prehistoric people. That forced migration acted as the anvil upon which ancient Egypt was forged.